Welcome back everyone, and this time it's for UFC 296, Edwards vs Covington. As before, I'm going only to review and predict the main card. Speaking of the main card, we've got 5 fights. The first fight takes place in the featherweight division, and we've got Josh Emmett taking on Bryce Mitchell. They are both ranked, Josh Emmett being number 6 ranked, and Bryce Mitchell being number 10th ranked. For this fight, I think Josh Emmett is going to get the win, although Bryce Mitchell is the favorite in betting odds. Why Josh Emmett? He has tremendous power, probably the strongest, hardest hitting fighter in the entire division and in the top 15 ranking. So yeah, I think he's going to get the win, even though he lost his last fight to Emmett Topuria. Funny enough that Ilya Topuria also defeated Bryce Mitchell. So yeah, guess we'll have to see. But to me, Bryce Mitchell is going to get the win. Josh Emmett is going to get the win by decision. Next, in the 155 division, the lightweight division, we've got the return of Tony Ferguson and taking on the returning Paddy Pimblett. For this one, I think Tony Ferguson is going to get the win, although he is not the favorite in the betting odds. Paddy Pimblett has a hype, Paddy the Baddy has a hype behind him, but I don't think he has enough to get a chance with Tony Ferguson. Reminder that the unanimous decision win over Jared Gordon, a year ago, actually, it was December the 11th, 2022. So the decision over Jared Gordon was really controversial. So I don't think maybe he improved, but if this is the same Paddy, he doesn't have a chance against Tony Ferguson. So Tony Ferguson wins by decision or submission. Next, we go to the welterweight division, as 5th ranked Shavkat Rakhmonov takes on 6th ranked Stephen Thompson. For this one, Shavkat Rakhmonov is a massive favorite in betting odds. He's also undefeated with a 100% finish rate. So yeah, that's pretty sums it all. There's not much else thing to say. Stephen Thompson is a great fighter. I think he has maybe what it takes to be in top 5, but he had what it takes. But right now, I'm not so sure, actually. The fact is that he's obviously aging. He's been there for a long time. He's been a former title contender and didn't win the title, so I'm not sure. So for this one, I'm going to predict Shavkat Rakhmonov to get the win by a TKO. Next, and this is actually the co-main event. It is for the undisputed flyweight championship, the men's flyweight championship. It's therefore taking place in the men's flyweight division, and we've got the champion, Alexander Pantoja, taking on 2nd ranked Brandon Royval. And this is a rematch they fought before. I think it was Alexander Pantoja that I'm not sure it was the finish, but let me check real quick. it was a submission finish. So maybe this is why Brandon Royval want to get back at Alexandre Pantoja and submit him to win the title. But I don't think this is going to happen. Alexandre Pantoja is a tremendous fighter, and I mean it. Although he doesn't fight often, like one time out a year, but I don't know. Still, I'm gonna predict him to get the win by decision. No, you can know that it's a 5-round fight, so everything can happen really in a 5-round fight. I'm expecting a finish, but if there is a finish, if there is not a finish, I would not be surprised that much. Both fighters are really great in their own division, and they both deserve the belt and the win on this weekend. So Alexandre Pantoja probably by finish late in the championship round, so around 4th round or 5th round. Next, we go back to the welterweight division, and this is the main event, a 5-round fight, and for a title, the welterweight, undisputed welterweight title, and it is champion Leon Edwards taking on third-ranked Colby Covington, and this fight is a must-see. Why? Because not only does this kick off the year, ends the year, but could be very interesting for the future of the division. On the one hand, we've got Leon Edwards. He's on a pretty impressive winning streak, if we don't count, of course, the no contest that happened against Belal Muhammad. And on the other hand, we've got Colby Covington, that only fought the very best of the division and lost to them. And even then, it was not really something too much of a level issue, just that for the first fight against Kamaru Usman, he was injured and still kept on fighting. And on the second fight with Kamaru Usman, it went to a decision, and it was unanimous. You can argue it could have been a split decision. So very close fight every time. Do not forget that other than that, he has beaten a lot of champions or challengers, contenders to titles. So yeah, very solid from Colby Covington. I would say that personally I would like Colby to win. It's his third shot at title, the welterweight title, and he was interim title champion at some point. So yeah, I'd like to see him win. And if he wins, it's probably going to be by decision or submission. But I guess we have to see on Sunday, this weekend. I don't doubt Leon Edwards is a great fighter, but how he got to the belt does not appeal me to point him out as the winner this weekend. Sure, he defeated Kamaru Usman by knockout. Yeah, but that seemed kind of a fluke. Reminded that he was dominated 4 rounds to 0 before the kick. That's an important factor for this match. So yeah, my final prediction, Colby Covington winning the fight by decision or submission in the later rounds and becoming the new undisputed welterweight champion in the UFC. So that's it for our predictions. And with that being said, I'll probably see you next year for the first event in the UFC. I think it's going to be a fight night or maybe UFC 27. Until next time,